everybody, welcome to Dikshita's World. In this video, I just want to make a part of IELTS 3. I just want to make sure that you do not make the mistakes which I have committed in my IELTS exam. So let's go one by one. The first module you will be giving is the listening module. In listening module, the questions and answers are in sequence. So what you hear will be the answer of the question in the sequence only. So there is no need to worry about the sequence in the listening module. So the most mistakes, or most of the people commit this mistake in the listening module. That is, once you hear the audio, you will try writing the answers in sequence. And for example, you have listened to the first answer, you have written it properly. Second, you are confident that it is correct. And third, you are not confident, or you did not know what to write, or you are not knowing the spelling, or you are not knowing what kind of digits, because many answers might be also in digits, the phone number, the pin code and all. So maybe in that case, don't stop and try to recollect, oh, what is that, is it 5, is it 4, is it T, is it H? No, don't do that, because if you give the time to recollect the answer which is already passed, then the fourth, fifth questions also will go. No, that audio will not wait for you. And remember, audio will not be played more than once. So what you have to do is, if you forget, or if you're not knowing what to write in the place in that particular answer, just leave it for them and focus on the next. And if you have time later, you type something, whichever you want to, let it go, because you cannot afford many questions for the sake of one answer. Okay, so please don't waste time trying to recollect the answer. Just let it go and focus on the coming questions. Now the second module which you will be giving in the IELTS exam is reading. Okay, in reading, the questions and answers in every section will not be in sequence. So before going to the exam, while you are in the practice of your IELTS exam only, you just know which section comes in sequence and which sections does not come in sequence. So while writing the answer, you will be sure that, okay, this answer will not be in sequence with respect to this section. So even if the first question is here, the answer might be at the end of the paragraph. Okay, in that practice mode, if you give many mock tests, you will be able to understand which section comes in sequence and which section do not come in sequence. This is the main first important thing you have to do, which I have already mentioned in the previous video in the tips and tricks of IELTS examination. And the mistakes which I have committed in my IELTS exam is the reading questions. If you give it in online mode, the reading questions will be in drop down. If you click on the drop down, question comes, then option comes. Okay, so you have to click on the drop down. For example, if you forget that question, it will be just a straight single a slide kind of thing. If you click it, then the drop down appears. So if you forget that question exists, you will not be able to attempt the answer. In my exam, I have again come back. I had a little amount of time left, so I came back and I have checked the questions again after I completed all the reading section. Then I have realized that I did not attempt 2 questions at all, because you have to click on the drop down, then it will drop down, and then you have to answer the question. So make sure that you attempt every answer, and in the down also you will get how many questions you have attempted and all. See to that carefully, so that you will not make a mistake of missing any question. Okay, even if you complete the section, again recheck whether you have completed all the questions, you have attempted every question or not. This is my mistake, so please don't make this mistake. The third module which you will be giving in the IELTS examination is the writing module. You know, writing module has a limit of words. Okay, and there can be different type of questions. There can be pros and cons, there can be your opinions, there can be, you can elaborate your knowledge on any subject, whatever it is, the question type, and how to write it using the keywords firstly, secondly, thirdly, the introduction, the body, the conclusion and all. You will be able to know it if you watch my previous videos on tips and tricks IELTS, which have given clear resources to make your IELTS score better. So personally, in exam, what you have to do is, I will tell now, because I have made a mistake of giving so much time to writing. I have written, I've thought so much, what to write, and I wasted a lot of time, even though the words has been in place. If they are 150, I have written 150 only, but I'm still thinking what to write. So don't waste time like me in the exam. If they ask you for 150 words, stick to 150 words. Nobody will give you extra marks if you write extra words. No. And next, what you have to do is, you should give time at the end of the module to recheck your spellings and your punctuation. This is far more important, because spelling mistakes can reduce the marks, and having a wrong punctuation also can reduce the marks. So Be careful, stick to the point, write only the words, the number of words required to get the minimum score, I mean to be correct, and then give time for the punctuation and the spelling mistake correction. This is very important. I have done this mistake. Maybe that's where I have lost the marks. So please don't commit this mistake. Now the final module which you will be giving in the IELTS is the speaking module. Okay, some members it might be on the same day, or for some members it can be on the next day. Okay, it can be like that you already know, which will be announced to you. So in speaking, they will be asking a set of questions firstly. Okay, you will answer it in a firm way, in a confident way. That is what they want. And personally, I made a mistake is in the last moment, where they will be giving you a topic and they will give you 1 minute time. They will give you a pen and paper to note down the points. If you want to speak about them during the conversation, you can just look at the paper and speak. And I got a topic of something like tourism, which place you want to visit and with whom you want to visit, why do you want to visit that particular place and all. Personally, I have not been to many tourist places, so I am not that aware, or I don't have enough knowledge about all those. So in that 1 minute only, I tried to collect whatever is possible, whatever I could collect. I have written everything, because as I have no knowledge about it, I am very poor in that particular topic. Whatever I know, I try to write so that I can speak about them when I speak to the examiner. But the worst thing I have done is I did not look at the paper. Maybe due to that tension, or maybe due to that nervousness, or maybe that I do not know the answer properly. I do not have the enough information about that particular topic. I don't know, but I did not look into the paper only. They gave the paper to look into it, and you can see they gave the time to write down the points, but I did not do that. And whenever I'm not trying to look into the paper and wanted to give the straight answer to the examiner, I do not have knowledge about it. That is where I have repeated my words, I have said the same thing twice and thrice, and I have stammered in between. I gave gaps while speaking. So maybe this might be a issue, or this might be a cause for me to get only 6.5 in speaking. So what I suggest you is, when you write things on the paper, please look into them. They have given that particular paper, and that what you have write, you can just look into the paper and tell them. Don't make my blunder of not looking into the paper and just telling, because you have wasted already the time they have given to you. The purpose is to look into the paper. I'm telling this many times because I always, till today, I always feel if I would have looked into the paper and told, maybe few points I could add on and I could score little better. So please don't make this mistake. Write properly whatever you can and speak whatever you can. Nobody is testing you the knowledge of that subject. They're just testing your English. So be confident, be firm, speak whatever you know. Yeah, this is the final module tips. I think all these 4 module tips will be helpful to you, because these are personal mistakes of mine. If you want any other tips and tricks, please let me know down in the comment section, and watch the other 2 videos also, which will be very helpful for your IELTS journey. Thank you. See you in the next video. Bye bye.